Hello, guys, and welcome to this webinar once more. My name is Anogu Peter, also known as Master P, and today is the day 2 of the webinar on the topic pitfalls to avoid in your fashion business. As we learned yesterday, we're able to cover pitfall number 1 to 4 and to 4, yes. And today we'll be covering from pitfall number 5 to 6. So stay tuned, listen, and then be able to grab something that will help your business, so as you don't end up falling into any of these pitfall. And you have been a victim of any of these pitfall. The reason for this topic is to help you come out of the pitfall in which you have already been in, so that your business will grow. Remember, a business is like a tree that is planted and being watered. You water it, it's supposed to grow. And if you're watering a tree and it's not growing, then there is a problem. So any business that is not growing, there is a problem. So we're going to continue from where we stopped yesterday. And just a quick recap of what we were discussing yesterday. I told you that this topic is synonymous to road signs, and the road signs on the road are meant to help road users use the road effectively and save them from trouble, from pitfalls, from danger zone, stuff like that. And this topic is meant, as I earlier said, is meant to help you avoid being a victim of the pit that are on your journey to the destination that you want to be in your fashion industry. So we consider some pitfalls yesterday, about 4, which one I said I'm not going to be explaining, so I'll just mention. Which number 1, I say pitfalls to avoid. Number 1 is lack of vision. It's a pitfall. You have to avoid this. 1, lack of vision. Number 2, starting a fashion business because fashion is a lucrative industry. Sorry for that, I was looked out. Number 2, I say starting a fashion business because fashion is a lucrative industry. You're starting with that, it's a wrong mindset and it's a pitfall. Number 3, starting a fashion business because you have the money to start it up. It's a wrong um, conception, and it's a pitfall that you must avoid. And number 4 is not knowing your target audience. It's a pitfall that you must also avoid. So if you were not here yesterday, or if you are listening to this recording, maybe a playback, and you did not you did not listen to the class of yesterday, you can't miss it out. About 1 hour class that was very impacting. So search for the recording in the Group Fashion Arena on Telegram, or on my Telegram channel, Master P Content, and on my YouTube channel, Master P Fashion World. All these medium, that is the places you can get the audio, and then you listen to it to help your fashion business grow. So are we good to go for today's class? Hey, somebody talk. Good to go? Who is giving me the permission to kick off? Jennifer, are we good to go? Okay, day 2. All right, Jennifer say yes, we are good to go. Okay, please, if I ask a question, you can tap on the mic to answer, okay? There's no harm. When I ask a question, you can tap on the mic to answer. So I got the permission to continue. Now, I've covered the pitfalls that we discussed yesterday, about 4. So we'll continue from there. Now, number 5 pitfall is lack of branding. Lack of branding. And what is branding? Branding is the process of creating a strong positive perception of your product, of your company, in the eyes of your customers. I take it again. Branding is the process of creating a strong positive perception of your company and its products and services in the eyes of your company. So when you are branding your business, you are trying to create a strong positive perception. The people should have a positive perception about your business. And many fashion business don't brand their business, whether online, whether offline, they don't brand their business. So if you are not branding your business, you are not doing well for your business. For you to grow, you need to what? Brand your business. Many tailors don't brand their business. Many fashion houses don't brand their business. And they just open and expect that, okay, I'll grow, I'll have so people that I desire as my customer. Remember yesterday we talk on target audience. And if you know your target audience and you don't brand your business, how will they know you? There's no way. So there's an exercise I always do whenever I'm talking of branding, because it's a practical thing, okay? So this one, I need you guys to unmute your mic and answer. I have 2 questions here for you guys. It's a very easy questions, so don't be scared. Number 1 question is, what is MTN and Glo slogan? You know MTN, you know Glo Network, MTN Network, Glo Network. What is their slogan? I need somebody to unmute the mic and answer, not type. Please unmute the mic and answer. Hello, Jennifer.
Good morning, sir. I'll be afternoon. Okay. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. So, for MTN slogan is MTN slogan is everywhere you go, while the Glo slogan is unlimited.
Okay.
Don't know if I'm correct though, but
okay. Yeah, you are there. You got the MTN slogan and even the Glo Unlimited. They just brought that one during this their 4G stuff of a thing, but the old one, which have been famous, is what? Success Clothing. Can you answer for us? Glo.
I think it's Rule Your World.
Yeah, Rule Your World. Good. So you see it. Why are you able to identify and to know MTN slogan and Glo slogan?
yeah.
Because they are branded themselves. They branded themselves. And let me just chip in something. MTN is not even the company's name. It's a brand name. Do you know that? So MTN is not the company's name, it's just their brand name. And then you have known their brand name, have even known their slogan, that MTN is everywhere you go. You've known Glo as Glo, Rule Your World, Glo. And they of recent introduced Glo Unlimited because of their 4G stuff, 4G network. So you see it, and I'm here telling you about them as if I'm even advertising for them, as if they paid me or I'm working for the company. But why? Because they have branded themselves so well that you know this much about them and even more. So question number 2, what comes to your mind when you hear of Dangote? I always ask this question whenever I'm teaching on branding. I'm talking on branding. So what comes to your mind whenever you hear the name Dangote? Okay, who is talking? Dangote.
Okay, whenever I heard the name Dangote, and basically everybody think about him as everybody thinks about his products first of all, and then
Products like
how
what?
he happens to be the products like Semo, Dangote, his noodles, sauce, Dangote sugar, Dangote what else again? I think there's a flour that he has produced too. I'm not sure, but I think there is. What's again?
Dangote
Mm,
cement.
yes, it's cement. Yes, that's true. Dangote cement, Dangote's
Yeah, and the rest.
spaghetti. Yes, and
Good,
the
and the
rest
rest.
goes like that.
Okay. So what of you were about saying something before I interrupted. Can you continue?
Okay, yes, and I said how he happens to be the richest billionaire, like not just a billionaire on his own, but also a businessman too.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So have you heard what you just said about Dangote? Have you ever
Yes, sir.
seen Dangote face to face?
No, I haven't, sir.
You haven't. Have you
Yes.
ever been to maybe his company and maybe a kind of have a deal with the? Oh, okay, let me say, have you ever been to his company and have deal with his managers or maybe as a product promoter?
No, sir. No.
But you are here just promoting Dangote.
I believe that because they do advertise his products on here and they talk about him a lot.
Yeah. So the point I'm trying to make now is you are able to know this much about Dangote that you can talk of his products. You see how you were just mentioning them. You can mention all his products. You can just talk how of the richest man in Africa. You can talk. You call him a billionaire, a businessman, just Dangote. Do you know that you can give birth to your son today and name him Dangote?
Hmm.
Do you know that?
But yes, I
But
do.
when you ask what comes to your mind when you hear the name Dangote, you did not think like which of the Dangote. The first person you remember is Aliko Dangote. Even though I did not say Aliko, I just say Dangote. The first person you
Hmm.
remember is Aliko Dangote. So that is the power of branding. When you brand your business, you promote it. When you brand your business, your target audience or your customers or people out there are able to know you, what you do, without even seeing you. That's just how it works. So I say,
Sir, please, sorry, can you say the definition of branding again?
okay, I say branding is the process of creating a strong and positive perception of your company and its products and services in the eyes of your customers.
Of your company?
And its products and services
Okay.
in the eyes of your customers. So Dangote, Glue, and MT have now created a strong and positive perception of these companies in your own side. Okay, so that's P
Okay,
for
sir.
Pit. Let me just cover a bit, before I go to the next pitfall. Okay, so a minute, please. Okay, so let's continue. Now, for people to buy from you, both online and offline, they must have to know you, they must have to like you, and they must have to trust you. You can simply refer someone to buy Dangote cement because you know Dangote company, you have liked him and you are trusting that, oh, this company is genuine, they can deliver. And the only way you can make them to know you and like you and be able to buy from you is to do what? Is to brand your business to them, to create that strong positive perception of your business to them. So this is a pitfall that we must avoid. And the pitfall is what? Lack of branding in order to grow our businesses. Okay, so we go to the next pitfall, which is pitfall number 6. Pitfall number 6 is lack of packaging. Lack of packaging. Lack of packaging. Now, what is packaging? Packaging is the manner in which a product is presented. The manner in which a product is presented. Branding, you are creating a strong positive perception of your company, while packaging, the manner in which it's presented. How do you present your products to your customers? After making all the fine clothes that you make, how do you present it to them? You just carry it and hang it in their car. You just carry it and give it to them, or squeeze out leather from drawer, and then put it inside, chook, for it to, to get inside. And then before you know, maybe one side don't tear. Just the customer, manage it like this. Is that how you do? Poor packaging can hinder your business growth. Poor packaging can hinder your business growth, and you must have to avoid it. Now, when you're talking of packaging, there are different ways that you can package your products. Different ways we are talking on product. There are different ways you can package your product. There's no big deal in getting a customer leather. That is, customer leather and a black leather. At least new one, buy them in bundle. It won't cost much. Buy them in bundle. Keep when they come, you remove it, put the clothes inside, and give it to them. But what if for somebody like me that makes shirts, and someone have ordered for red-made shirt, and then I sew it, and I just squeeze it inside one black nylon like that? Will it look valuable like that? No, it don't. I buy the leather they put ready-made shirts inside. I'll put it inside, carry it and put it inside my own leather, in which that is my customer leather. Put it inside and give it to them. When they open it, even the first sight of it will be like, wow, this is lovely. Even if they did not say it inside their mind, they'll be like, oh, it's lovely. You don't grab them one by your packaging. When they open it and see that the sewing is fine, say, oh, this is so fine. When they wear it and it's fine, and then you don't grab them again. And then when others compliment, we don't lock them with that. So when you don't have good packaging, it will affect your business. Lack of packaging can hinder your business growth, and it's a pitfall that you must avoid. Now, there are different types of packaging. I won't be covering them much. I won't be covering them here much. I'll only be listing them, and I'll talk on only few. Now, different type of packaging. We have packaging language. Packaging language. The way you talk also matters. The way in which you talk, it also matters. You have to have the manner in which you speak about yourself, about your business, and about your products. One good example of packaging language is, even if you don't have anything in your bank account or in your hand or in your wallet, and you are needing money as urgent, as prompt as it may, you have to have a packaging language for your customers not to dictate that this person is in desperate need of this money. Why is packaging language important? When you don't have a good packaging language and you are in desperate need, and it's being dictated by your customer and your communication, they might end up pricing you down. Imagine telling your customer that, customer, not only you don't come here since morning, for the past 1 week, Man, I've just been wondering what I will do now. God carry you come home. Such customers, if they are the type that like pricing people down, they'll be like, that means this person, money never enter in hand, be that now. So, and you have bills to settle, stuff like that. So you have to learn how to talk. It's a manner in which you also help in growing your business, how to talk, packaging language. If you don't know how to talk very well, you can end up diminishing your business, diminishing yourself to the lowest point, even in the sight of your customers. And even those that are yet to be your customers. So that is it for that. You talk as a king. Yeah, you talk as a king. And when I talk of packaging language, I don't mean lies. I don't mean lying. Okay? Packaging language, I don't mean lies. Okay? All right. So number 2 type of packaging is self-packaging. Can I give an example of what, Jennifer? Okay, what will happen? Just accumulate all your questions. Or just be typing them. I will answer them as I see them or after the class. So just send the question directly so that I can read and understand. Okay, so number 2 is product packaging, which I've talked on that. The manner in which you package your product is very important. Number 3 type of packaging is self-packaging. You yourself, the way you package yourself, not after making all the noise that you are a fashion designer, the CEO of so and so company, you are the owner of so and so fashion house, and when people see you, they'll be like, excuse me, are you the one, or we should wait for another? So packaging is very self-packaging is very important, representing your worth and your business. When people see you, they should be able to be like, this is a fashion designer. When you dress and when they meet you even outside business and they happen to come and know who at your profession, they'll be like, no wonder. That kind of impression, I've been experiencing it. People will just look at me, and sometimes maybe when we get talking and they be like, are you a fashion designer? What do you do? I say, I'm a fashion designer. They'll be like, no wonder. I thought as much. So when people are not giving you such impression or such a reaction, you should know that you are not representing your brand very well. You are not packaging very well. You're not dressing very well. Just well, look good. This is what I do tell whenever I'm just cracking joke. I'll say that there's one thing I can guarantee my wife. I'll just be like, I'm not married, though, please. I'm not married. I say when I'm joking, this one thing I can guarantee my future wife, that no matter how he had as for looking good, she must look good. Because not only for me to sew the clothes. So you see it, that is it on the self-packaging. There's this story of an engineer who was invited for a contract worth millions of naira. And when this engineer went to the place to sign the contract, and then they discovered that this engineer was not really looking like the contract in which they want to give him. They want to give him millions of naira. And guess what the engineer came with? He was not dressed smart. He did this. He carried an old bike. Reached the place, and smoke was everywhere. Park, and was like, brother, sir. People were like, who is this person? When they discovered that it's the engineer that they want to give him contract worth millions of naira, they were like, they did an immediate inner chamber meeting within themselves, that this man, looking at him, he cannot handle such amount of money, and this is a person that have handled more than that amount of money that they wanted to give him. But he was not looking like his worth. He was looking like he was not looking like his work. That is just it. So they refused to give him the contract. They told him, sir, we are sorry, you can't handle this money. looking at you. He tried convincing them, but nothing. It was rejected. The offer was being turned down. Why? Simply because of his physical appearance. That is his self-packaging. He might have uh, product packaging. He might have good packaging language, but he don't have a good self-packaging. He might be the best engineer in town. He's on the best construction engineer, but he did not have a good packaging of himself. So that contract was being turned down. Now, I've mentioned packaging language, product packaging, self-packaging, and number 4, I'll be talking on office or business environmental packaging. Office or business environmental packaging. Before I go to the office or business environmental packaging, on the self-packaging, what I have to drop on that lastly is dress like you own the bank and not like you need a loan from it. Dressed like you own the bank is a quote, and not like you need a loan from it. So when you have that in mind, you are good to go. So number 4, office or business environmental packaging. After having all of the above, after having packaging language, you can talk very well. You have a good representation of your business in your speech. After having product packaging, you have a good work and how you present it. After having self-packaging, your dressing na fire, it dey catch, it dey kill, and you have poor business environmental packaging, then it can still hinder your business growth, and it can help in limiting your growth. So you need to have a very good business or office or business environmental packaging. I'm talking, forget about the grammar. I'm just talking on how your place of work look. How your place of work look, it matters. Not after all this and your office is very tattered, your place of work is so tattered. No, how your place of work look matters a lot. Okay, so this is fashion designing is all about beauty. Make your place look beautiful. You can change the paint of your color. The color paint of your shop or your office or your business center if need be. At least let it look more attractive. You can renovate. If you go to bank, you see that bank have one color that they use. But anytime you go to bank, you see that those colors are always bright. That is environmental packaging, business environmental packaging, or office packaging. They always paint their They will always repaint their walls. They will always repaint their fence, their gate, everything. Even the parking lot, they always repaint everything so that the place will look attractive. And this is what many people neglect, but have other good packaging. When you brand yourself, and I come to your office and I do not see a representation, I'm not talking of having a very big place. No, the little place you have, you can brand it in a way that it can also represent your worth, your brand, and how good your office look can even make people pay you more than they wanted to pay. If sometimes somebody like, I remember when I opened my place of work newly, some people were scared of coming there. It's not that it was big. It wasn't big, but the little place in which I will open, I make sure that, okay, this place look good. And before I even enter, people were like, what are they going to do here? What are they going to do here? Stuff like that. And when I enter, some people were afraid of coming there. Some people, when they come there and maybe I eventually give them the price, they'll be like, thank God I can afford it. Why? Because of the way it look. It makes them have a high sense of The environment. I don't know if you guys understand what I mean. So when I come, they be like, your price is too high. I thought as much. Because of what? The way the environment look. It matters. That is it on that. So number, I said I wasn't going to explain all this, but so let me just explain. So number 5 is social media packaging. Number 5, social media packaging. That's where you brand your business online on social media. How do you brand your business online? Is it that how do you promote your business online? Is it that you talk rubbish online? Is it that you're not consistent with your branding? Is it that you're talking of your uh, like for example, let's use your business page. Like your business page now, when people go on it and all they keep seeing is football stuff, or even your personal football stuff and other stuff that not even concern fashion at all. Or when you snap a product and you are posting it online, how is the environment like? That is also what can affect the worth that people can give to your business. The social media, when you snap anything anyhow and post online because others are posting, then it can either add to your worth or reduce your worth. So take note of all those things. And we have a lot of other types of packaging that you need to adapt. So this is the few that will be taken. Now number 7 pitfall is bad finishing. Bad finishing. Bad finishing. Is your finishing good? Is it bad? How is your finishing? No matter how good you are on number 1 to 6, and number 1, when I say number 1 to 6, before number 1 to 6, I'm talking of no matter how good you are on, you have a good vision, you know your target audience, you all the people that we discussed, you have good branding, you have good packaging. No matter how good you are on these things, if your finishing is bad, you won't really grow in the fashion industry or in the fashion business. Why? Because people are after good finishing, good pace. People that pay well are after good finishing. That is what they want. The finishing, not only the packaging. Imagine after having a good packaging of your product, and when people see it and will be like, wow, they open it and will be like, what is this? Huh? For your business by yourself because of what? Bad finishing. How well is your finishing? If it's not well, you can't deceive yourself. Work on it. Do you do try and error on your customers' clothes? No good do more to affect your work. Do what you know on it and collect styles that you know. There's a simple advice I give to people. If you are not skillful enough, skill up your skill. Tailoring is a skill and skill is being learned. So if you are not good on a particular area on your in your skill, you should do what? Skill it up. So that is it. And my online trainings can help you skill up your sewing skill. I have series classes, I have series courses. It can help you skill up your skill, and even other courses from other professionals online can help you skill up your sewing skill. Now, number 8 pitfall to avoid is lack of standard and structure. Any business without standard can be swiftly drifted out. If you don't have standards, you can be swiftly drifted. Have standard of what you want in your fashion business. Have standard. And you cannot have standard when you don't have vision. Where you are heading to determines the standard that you will set for your business. That is why one of the things we'll be doing in fashion business starter course is to help fashion designers come up with a vision for their fashion business. As I said yesterday, that some people are in the fashion business because of circumstances of life. Life pushed them to learn tailoring, and now they're using it as a means to a survival. But you can build a vision from there. Have where you are going, then build standard on it. A business without structures as well can fall. Standard and structures, they work hand in hand. If you don't have standard, if you don't have structures, you are likely to fall anytime. That is why in fashion business course, we'll be teaching you practically on building standard and structures, not only vision. Most of the things we're even covering here are like delegated topics in fashion business course, business starter course, that is going to be taken practically step by step to help you come up with a kind of a blueprint for your business. At the end of the course, the goal is that you have a blueprint to look at. Okay, this is where I'm heading to, this is what I have to do, this, that. And when you follow it, eventually your business is set to what? To grow. So when I'm talking of standard, I'm talking of the quality of your clothes. That is the standard. And for example, the skater blouse that they do pad, a whole padding, that is both lining and fabric. There are some that don't pad, and even in the padding, there are some people that use hair stay to pad, while some people use gum stay to pad. So what is your own standard? And your standard will also determine what the price. So we also have the price and the standard in price, the standard in looks, the standard in methodology, and lots more. And we were talking of structures. I'm talking of structures in terms of management, structures in terms of financial control, and how to cope up with work. They are all structures that you have to put in place for you to grow in your fashion business. Now, number 9. Remember, we are considering only 10 for this seminar. I'm rushing up so that we can meet up with all of what we have here, and then take the questions. Okay, so number 9. Before I talk of number 9, I've been talking alone for the past how many minutes? This is 37 minutes plus. So who can recap what we have been talking today? We talk on 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've talked on 4 so far. Who can recap, or who will recap what we've been discussing so far? I'm waiting.
Hello, my teacher. Good morning.
Good morning, Mrs. Nena.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Nena.
Yes. Thank you so much. You are doing great. From what we have been discussing, though I joined late, but where I really want to put mouth is what is it called? Like a dressing well. That's how you put it, dressing well. Actually, when I started my business, that really caught me off balance because I dress anyhow. I think people will say, you can so well, this and that. But it came a time when I had this slogan of dress to kill. So I applied it. Do you know that by just applying that, fetch me so much customers that can pay me well, that can pay me high? Because then some people may come, they will be afraid of dropping their clothes, their fabrics with me. You understand? One of my customers even had to convince one woman that came to drop her fabrics that if you go there and see her, don't mind how she dresses, just drop your fabric. She can sew it well. So on the day of collection, the woman came. After fitting her clothes, the woman was shouting, "Oh, Mrs. Jerry was right." Oh. And I asked what happened. He said that the woman told her that if she see the person, she will not believe that the person will know what to do. Hello, sir.
Yes, I'm with
Hello.
you. I'm with you.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm with you. Go on, go on.
Hello. Okay. So the short of the story is that when you dress well, you fetch yourself high-paying customers.
Okay. Yeah.
I said the summary of what.
Okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am, for that. You have summarized self-packaging for us in a practical manner. You've been a living testimony of how you have been. You have not been self-packaging yourself, and how you've been self-packaging yourself and the tremendous result that you started recording. So when you dress well, you attract high-paid customers. That's what she said. Thank you so much for that feedback. So we're going to continue from pitfall number 11. Sorry, pitfall number 9. Pitfall number 9. Pitfall number 9 is not meeting up with demand and deadlines. Pitfall number 9 is not meeting up with demands and deadline. What is demand? Demand is in terms of styles and how they want their clothes to be. That is a demand. When a customer give you fabric, they specify that, okay, I need this and that. I need I need a gown. This is the type of gown I want. Oh, okay, I want it to have one sleeve and let it be by the left hand side. Okay, I want you to put this applique here, this applique there, this that. I want the bus cup to be corset. I want it to be like that. It's a demand. They are demanding for that. That is how they want it to look. And when you are not meeting up that demand, you are falling into a pitfall that can hinder your business to grow. And the second one is deadline. Remember, I say not meeting up with demands and deadlines. Deadline is in terms of delivery dates and not disappointing. You give them dates, or you people agree on a date that the clothes should be picked, and then the clothes are not ready that day. That for you have disappointed them, and it might hinder your business growth. Because when customers keep coming and going because of disappointment, because of not meeting up demand or any other this thing, when you don't have stable customers, you will hardly grow fast. So it's very important that we take note of that. Many believe that tailors are meant to disappoint and they can't do without disappointment, but it's a misconception. That's a misconception. You don't conceive that. Many go into the fashion business, into the tailoring business, and consider that and have this conception that tailors have been disappointing from 1880s, from 1760s till date. So it's an ancient thing. You can change it. It's a misconception. You can change it. I want you to understand that any adult that walks into your shop or fashion house today once had a tailor. You are not the first to make clothes for them. They once have a tailor. And the pain point of many customers is sometimes not with the demand. sorry, sometimes not with even the packaging or the finishing, the matters. Sometimes there's good packaging, there's good finishing, sometimes there's good standard in business and every other thing that we discuss about. But the pain point of customers meeting up demand, when the tailor don't meet up with their demand, how they want their clothes to look, and when they want to use it, it's it might be disappointing, and such people may hardly come back. And of course, when they go out there, they spread your bad news. They spread your bad news. So tailor can disappoint too. I gave him this tie to make for me, and he did this. And last, he did not even meet up with it. I was unable to attend so wedding because my clothes was not yet ready. So it's very good that you help in meeting up. You you should be meeting up demands and deadlines you so that you can retain your customers. All right, my network logged me was season there, so that is it. Now, all this that we've been talking about on not being able to meet on demand and deadlines, especially, is being caused by inability to say no. Many tailors have these inabilities to say no. They cannot say no to their customers. So when you have this inability to say no, it can affect your fashion business. Inability to say no can affect your fashion business. And by God's grace, I've been practicing this for years and it's been helping and working for me. Many of my customers know me that I don't disappoint. I can spend the whole night working in order to meet up with a customer's work that I've given a delivery date. Why? I don't want that record. I hated it right from time. I hate it when I take my clothes to tailors and my clothes are not ready. I hate it. So it was a pain point for me. So being in the fashion industry, I grabbed that pain point, and I'm working on it. And many people have known me that once it's Master P, he don't disappoint. So remain small now it will become my slogan. That when like we were talking of MTN everywhere you go, Blue rule your world, Master P no disappointment. So it's just that I've been working on that and seriously been helping me. Why have I been able to work on it? And for the past 4 years, about 4 years in business, that is in the establishment of Master P Fashion World, it's been working for me. It's been working because I have some structures put in place to enable me meet up with delivery. You see how it works now? So it's very, 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 very important that you learn to meet up with demand and meet up with deadlines. So it's a pitfall that you must avoid for your business to grow. And the last one that we will be talking about here is lack of customer service. Lack of customer service. Someone would be like customer service in the fashion business, in the tailoring business. As in, what are you talking about? Customer service. I know be bank, then they do customer service. Well, customer service is important in every type of business, no matter how big, no matter how small, it's very important. Many fashion business neglect this aspect of business management. Please don't treat your customers like they are fools. Treat them with love and respect. Some tellers treat their customers as if those customers they are slave. They quarrel their customers. They shout on them. So it's all about poor customer service. Have good customer service, you won't treat your customers bad. So it's important that you do what? That you have good customer service. And if you have a good customer service, you will forever be loved by your customers. Yesterday, while we were in class, I shared a story of how I win back some of my customers via my customer services. They have stopped patronizing me, but because the messages in which I do send to my customers, I still send it to them, and they get it often. They get my new month message, they get my new year message, they get my anniversary message, they get all those stuff, and possibly they might not be getting it from their current tailors or where they are patronizing, and they'll be like, Master P, thank you for your message. I'll come back, or I'll come and make clothes tomorrow. Let's see tomorrow. Let's see so day. Why? I win them back, not because of the quality work I do, because of customer service. It might be that they are getting a cheaper work elsewhere, but my customer service has still have attracted them back to me. There are different ways that you can do customer service. I'm reserving those one for. I will not tell you everything. I'm reserving it for what? My fashion business starter course student will be learning that. And then, like 2 months ago, I regained connection with my customer that left Nigeria to South Africa. So how did I do this? Let me share the story now, how I was able to regain connection with her. After, I do send monthly message. I do send message from time to time. I kind of just check up on my customer, stuff like that. And after sending several messages, I discovered that there was no reply. So I decided to call. I call because the number wasn't connecting. Always switch off. I call, it wasn't connecting. I was giving some time calling, and then I finally decided to trust this person. I have to contact the elder sister and ask her, what about so person? This person, it's been long that I've seen her, and she said, okay, she's out of the country now. She's traveled out. So stuff like that. And I requested, when I said that, okay, I then requested for her South African number, which it was sent to me, and I chatted her up, and she was so happy that I was able to get her, to get across to her. I told her how I've been texting, I've been calling, but I don't have been switched off. And she was like, you have a good customer service. Thank you very much. She was happy. She felt love. She was like, don't worry, I'm telling people about you here. Stuff like that. And even currently, we are talking about, there's a business that we are talking about, which we run in hundreds of thousands. So you see, I've regained my customer back because of what? My packaging. Sorry, my customer service. So it's what you have to learn and be able to do so that you can also maintain and regain your customer back. Maintain and retain your customer. Okay? You must understand that your customers are your government. You are not a government worker. You are not a government worker. And your customers, they are your government. Government pay its workers. Customers pay you. And when they pay you, they pay your bills, they feed your family. The money in which they pay you, you use it to pay your bills, feed your customer, and acquire other things, even invest. So they are your government. Now them they pay you everything about you. Your shop rent, if you buy motor, now them buy them for you. Just like if a civil servant end up doing something with his salary, it's government that paid the person. Yeah, so it's the same thing with you and your customer. And I do make them feel like that. I'll be like, now you be my government too. something like that. And their head is sometimes swelling, and sometimes they release money for pocket too. So that is that. And if you maltreat them and they go, you will lose them. Okay. So it's good that you have good customer service. Now, in fashion business starter course, which is a 3-month course that is designed for those that are about to enter into a fashion business, those that want to enter into a fashion business, those that just started, and those that have already been in the fashion business but lack business management and lack business structures, that still want to restructure their business. In that 3-month course, we'll be covering a broader aspect of customer service that you can do in your business. It's going to be a practical step-by-step on building and restructuring your fashion business. In fashion business starter course, which is a 3-month course, afterward, if anybody felt they didn't learn anything from the course, I will refund them their money. It's a 3-month course. If after the 3 months any participant felt they didn't learn anything, I will refund their money. Hey, let me say, it's not that you will just register, come and learn, and then on the last classes you just be like, Master P, I did not learn anything here, so that you have your money back. Lie. There are practicals that you have to do, that at the end of it, you should have a blueprint for your business. So if you have done all these practicals and at the end there is nothing, of course you have to be participating, and there's nothing, then, and you felt you gain nothing, then I'll refund you your money. But that is to say, you still have work. It must be beyond reasonable doubt. I have to clear this, okay? So that is it on that. And the course is 15,000 naira. It's 3-month course. It's 15,000 naira, and it's going to be running on a closed Telegram group like this. This I will be having the classes. It's going to be a podcast class. So I will be having it, and as I earlier said, it's 15,000 naira for the 3 months. But currently, an early bird registration of 14K is ongoing, and it's going to end on 7th. I think 7th is Monday, so it's going to end on 7th. For anybody that register between now and Monday, they'll be registering at 14K for the 3 months. Whereas anybody that register from 8 to 28 of this month, they'll be registering at 15K, and the course is going to kick off on the 1st of March to the 1st of June 2021. So it's a 3-month course. That's how it's going to be. And also, if you need a 2 times payment option, I can arrange that for you. But 2 times payment option is 15K. If you register now, it's still 15K. That is, you can pay the first one, but the second part of it, which is the second balance, should come in before the closure date. That is before 28, and then that is before we start the class. So you must have complete your second payment before this section. That is the provision that I've made for those that really want to be a part of it, but felt they can't raise or pay 15K once. So that's it. You pay 60% at first, and the remaining 40% you pay it before the course kick off. And as I earlier said, it's kicking off on the 1st of March 2021 and will be ending on the 1st of June 2021. It's going to be a wonderful experience, and I believe you won't want to be left out. If you want to be a part of it, if you are listening to this even the replay, and you want to be a part of it, just give me a WhatsApp chat on 0808100145265. I take the number again, 08100145265. And those of you in the international country, you can call me or you can give me a WhatsApp chat on +2348100145265. +2348100145265. So guys, that is it on Fashion Business Starter course. I'll be attending to your questions. I'm forwarding the info to the group. I'll be attending to your questions. So you can start typing your question, arranging them. Once I'm through with this, I'll be answering them before we shut down the recording. So I just forward the flyer to the group and the link in which you can pay. You can pay either online or via my bank account. My number is also on the flyer there, and you can as well chat me up if you want to. I'll send a link in which you can chat me up on WhatsApp that you want to register. Then I'll send you the payment options. So if you want to register, you tap on that link that I dropped there, and it will take you to my WhatsApp. So that is it on that. So let me attend to your question. Can you guys still hear me? I think I have some question in the group. Let me check. Any question, ask. So what have you learned? Share. Do you have something to add to the class? Who is talking?
Okay, sir. I have a question. Hello?
Oh, my network is breaking. So let me just read out your question. This question from Lawal Jennifer. It says, my question is, what are the example of packaging language like we could approach them, which is customers with? Example of packaging language. Okay, one of the example of packaging language is we. W-E. We. One of the example of packaging language is we, the use of we. When you are work as a company, as a business, you work as a team. So even if you are the whole, you are the doer and the doer, always portray a group of people working together before your customer. You can use the language we, us. Like, thank you for patronizing us. It's far better than thank you for patronizing me. For me, when I sometimes when I tell some of my customers, thank you for patronizing us, they'll be like, who are the us? I will see like Master P Fashion World. They'll be like, oh, okay. So us, we is an example of packaging language. And even this sentence I'm making, thank you for patronizing us. Us is part of packaging language. Then we as we apologize for any inconveniences caused is an example of packaging language. We apologize, not I apologize for any inconveniences caused. We'll resolve the matter. It's also an example of packaging language. Okay, we have noted this, sir. It's an example of packaging language. You are portraying as working as a team. And the other one, which I say that not making your state, either your financial state, your emotional state to be felt or interpreted in your speech is also a packaging language. You are broke, but you are not sounding broke. You don't have any cash in your pocket, but you are not speaking to the customer like one that don't have cash. You get. So that is one of the some of the examples of packaging language. Have I answered your question now, Lawal? Any other question? Ah, your mic is unmuted, Jennifer. Mute it. So any question? She said, yes, I've answered her question. Any further question before we shut down the recording? Who is going to summarize all that we have learned today? I need feedback from you guys. We've done yesterday class and today's class. What have you learned so far? Some of you were here in yesterday class. What have you learned so far? Who is this person? I think let me open her profile to see her name. Olulade, you were in yesterday's class. You are here in today's class. What have you learned so far from the? What have you learned so far from the the network logged me up out. So who is talking? Anybody talking before I shut down the recording for this class? Anybody? So I'll be shutting down this recording for the class in the next. Okay, let me recap before I shut it down. So the aim of this webinar, today's webinar, is to help you avoid some pitfalls in your fashion business so that you can position your business for growth. We've so far covered 10 pitfalls from yesterday and today, and if you've been in the class, you know that it's been a long journey in covering all this, and I believe that you have gained value. Now, it's not all about just getting the information and then knowing this, knowing that, but application is what yields result. If you know you are a victim of any of the pitfalls here, you can actually escape from it by applying the result that can yield applying the results that can yield success in it. So it's not all about knowing where you are and knowing the pitfall you are in, but trying to come out of it. And I pray that as you do that, we're gonna see you at the top, soaring your fashion business. Remember, business is like a tree planted by the riverside that is expected to grow. And when your business is not growing, there is a problem. And when there is a problem, there needs to be a solution. Solutions have come, gotten the solution, go and apply it, and prosper in your businesses. My name is Anangu Peter, also known as Master P. Remember, if you want to be a part of our fashion business starter course, you give me a chat on +2348100145265, and as well as any of our online courses. We do unisex courses online, so if you want to learn anything with us, join us on WhatsApp and we get talking. For now, I'm gonna hang up. See you next time in our subsequent series classes and in our subsequent courses. That will be all for now. Thank you guys for having me. It's a pleasure, and I must call it a day for now. Remember, I'm Master P of Master P Fashion World. I'm a USS fashion designer and an online tutor. My aim is to help you become a better version of you in what you do. See you next time. I hang out. Peace out.